Well, my name is Gerard Moore. I'm a business administration major and an accounting minor and library science minor. Well, before I entered the library field, thinking about being a librarian didn't seem like anything that would even be kind of feasible. It didn't ever seem cool, and I didn't feel like I would really fit in.
My name is Bradley Kirkendall, and I am a student at Lincoln University. Before I was interested in library school or libraries in general, I did not see myself as an African-American librarian.
Most of the librarians that I grew up seeing were majority middle-aged or older white women. And so, you know, me being a young African-American male, it seems like it might not be something that I fit the best in.
As a young child up into a college student that I am now, I can honestly say I can count on one hand a librarian that was not white.
My name is Dr. Ronalda Farrar. I'm the first-year experienced librarian along with the coordinator of Information Commons at Inman E Library. Well, before becoming a librarian, I really had not thought about that field at all because that really wasn't an option given to me. When I went to the library, I never saw anyone that looked like me. No one ever talked to me about becoming a librarian.
I'm Ithaca Bryant, and I work at Inman E Library at Lincoln University in Jefferson City, Missouri. When I was in high school, I did not have any person I could look to who looked like me to become a librarian. And also in the public library, there were not many people, if any, there when I was growing up that, you know, specifically told me that, hey, you could also be a librarian. But when I got to college, it was a different experience altogether. When I first started at Page Library, I was a student worker, and my student advisor, she also was my mentor. And when I graduated from Lincoln, she gave me a job at Inman E Library. And she said, "You're rather overqualified for this job." She said, "But you know what you're doing, and you'll do great."
I had a mentor when I first went to college. My first degree was in biology, and my mentor was my biology professor. She had a PhD in biology. She had challenges through her life, so I was able to relate very well with her. And I think every student should have a mentor.
I do have a mentor. His name is Mr. Arford, and he happens to be the head librarian at Lincoln University, and he was the one that guided me and showed me the light of becoming a librarian.
He is actually the Dean of Library Science and our interim provost here at Lincoln University. He opened up a lot of doors and gave me a viewpoint into a lot of things about librarianship that I didn't know. I didn't know that almost every Fortune 500 company has a librarian that they use or on staff. I did not know that the FDIC, because I'm an accounting major and a business major, actually has librarians as well.
He helped me get into an internship program at the University of Pittsburgh called the I3 Inclusion.
He took me and a few of my close friends to the ALA conference in Anaheim, California in 2012.
I definitely can relate to my mentor. He's African American like me as well, and he attended the same school that I attend to right now, so it's a win-win.
It's important for the young people to see that if they would like to be a librarian, they could also become a librarian because they see that there's someone exactly like them already in that job. We have many different kinds of students. I believe we have at least 20 different countries that are going to Lincoln University at this present time. And so it's a wonderful multicultural environment that we have. But I'm not sure we have it exactly in the library itself.
I have so many students that come to me talking about different issues. Because we don't have a large number of African Americans, they feel they can relate to me better than they could some of the other librarians. Not only dealing with issues of academia, but just dealing with their life. They feel more comfortable. So I was part of the HBCU Alliance Leadership Institute, and I did not realize even at that point how many African Americans were working in the library. So that was an exciting time to see others working in that field. You can look at some of the students that we have now that are in the library science program. You can look at some of the faculty that we have that are in the library program as well. It is quite diverse, and we work with the students, and they are also helping to recruit more people into the library science curriculum, because now they understand what it is all about. And it's nothing better than having a peer talk to a peer about what they're experiencing in library science and how it will be beneficial to them.
Right now, I'm a student member of ALA. I'm a big advocate on campus for libraries, and I try to help the students as best as I can as a student worker.
I believe that perception is 9/10 of the law. And so I believe that what people perceive is what they will believe. And so when you see librarians out, your people are gonna, naturally ask, well, who is that and what do they do? I believe that being who I am and becoming a librarian and doing well in the library field and helping as many people as I can speak, volumes for the field itself.
Most people don't realize that you have to have a master's degree to become a librarian. So yeah, that's a barrier within itself because there's lack of information about it.
We have to get the information out there to let people know that, not only will you have to get an undergrad to become a librarian, but also go on to the next level and get your master's degree. And that's not to say that it's not possible, because there's a lot of scholarship opportunities out there for all minorities or any people in general that would like to go into the field.
I think the best way to encourage African Americans to pursue librarianship is maybe starting a LIS program or a minor within your university, such as Lincoln University has right now, which I'm currently a student of.
Start off with the bachelor's in library science or the minor in library science, so they will understand exactly what they're going into, and let them know about all the opportunities that are available to them. Go into the high schools, begin at that level to pique their curiosity about library science. So we have to do our own recruiting. We have to toot our own horns now. Now I believe it's a time for me to step in to help mentor students and be a front runner for them. And I want to make sure I emphasize the importance of African Americans getting into that field. It's a wide open field.
In every other field, people see doctors and they're like, oh my goodness, they're saving the world. They see cops and they say, okay, goodness, they're protecting everybody. My mentor, Mr. Alford, told me, one who buys one book holds one's knowledge. And I think that's the coolest thing out there, because basically people say knowledge is power, and I want to be able to give people as much power as possible. And people think politics is cool because of the power that's related to it. And so I think people will think librarianship is cool once you relate the power that books have to knowledge and how the power that knowledge has to being successful as a person.